Hello, squirrels! We're here to try to read again. I'm sleepy as I can be starting out. I'm going to ask the doctor if he can't put me on something else for pain that will not make me so doggone sleepy. I hate it. Hate being this darn sleepy. All the time. And I do think I'm behind on my B12 shots. You call the doctor and find out about that. Did you see the light come up? Woo! Alright, here we go. Here we go. I gotta make sure I know where I am. I don't suppose there were people I'm just leading up the garden path. Okay. I may have read. Let's see. Yeah, I think I know my no. Mocha's on tonight. That's the Mocha Live. And apologetically Mocha at 8:15. Doggone it. Alright, here we go. Well, you might take that as a memento, said Tuppence. Otherwise, I suppose we just send the things to be auctioned. So you don't really need to go there at all, said Tommy. Oh, I think I'd like to go there, said Tuppence. You'd like to? Why? Won't it be rather a bore to you? What, looking through her things? No, I don't think so. I think I've got a certain amount of curiosity. Old letters and antique jewelry are always interesting. And I think one ought to look at them oneself, not just send them to auction or let strangers go through them. No, we'll go and look through the things and see if there's anything we'd like to keep, and otherwise settle up. Why do you really want to go? You've got some other reason, haven't you? Oh dear, said Tuppence, it's awful being married to someone who knows too much about one. So you really have got another reason? Not a real one. Come on, Tuppence, you're not really so fond of turning over people's belongings. That, I think, is my duty, said Tuppence firmly. No, the only other reason is, come on, cough it up. I'd rather like to see, oh, I did read this, that other old pussy again. What, the one who thought there was a dead child behind the fireplace? Yes, said Tuppence. I'd like to talk to her again. I'd like to know what was in her mind when she said all those things. Was it something she remembered, or was it something that she'd just imagined? The more I think about it, the more extraordinary it seems. Is it a sort of story she wrote herself in her mind? Or is it there? Was it there once? Is it there? Was there once something real that happened about a fireplace or about a dead child? What made her think that the dead child might have been my dead child? Do I look as though I had a dead child? I don't know how you expect anyone to look who has a dead child, said Tommy. I shouldn't have thought so. Anyway, Tuppence, it is our duty to go, and you can enjoy yourself in your macabre way on the side, so that's settled. We'll write to Miss Packard and fix a day. And that was all left that I had to read. Oh my gosh. Chapter 4 is called Picture of a House. Tuppence drew a deep breath. It's just the same, she said. She and Tommy were standing on the front doorstep of Sunny Ridge. Why shouldn't it be? Asked Tommy. I don't know. It's just a feeling I have. Something to do with time. Time goes at a different pace in different places. Some places you come back to and you feel that time has been bustling along at a terrific rate, that and that all sorts of things will have happened and changed. But here, Tommy, do you remember Austin? Austin? We went there on our honeymoon. Of course I remember. And do you remember the sign written up? Trams still stand. It's all written together. It made us laugh. It seemed so ridiculous. Tram, Tram, Still, and the word stand. It's all written together in capital letters. I think it was knock, not Austin. Never mind, you remember it. Well, this is like that word, tram, still stand, a portmanteau word. Time still stand. Nothing's happened here. Time has just stood still. Everything's going on here just the same. It's like ghosts, only the other way round. I don't know what you're talking about. Are you going to stand here all day talking about time and not even ring the bell? And Ada isn't here, for one thing. That's different. He pressed the bell. That's the only thing that will be different. My old lady will be drinking milk and talking about fireplaces, and Mrs. Somebody or other will have swallowed a thimble or a teaspoon, and a funny little woman will come squeaking out of a room demanding her cocoa, and Miss Packard will come down the stairs and... The door opened. A young woman in a nylon overall said, "Mr. and Mrs. Beersford, Miss Packard's expecting you." The young woman was just about to show them into the same sitting room as before when Miss Packard came down the stairs and greeted them. Her manner was suitably not quite as brisk as usual. It was grave and had a kind of semi-mourning about it. Not too much. That might have been embarrassing. She was an expert in the exact amount of condolence which would be acceptable. 70 was the biblical expected span of life, and the deaths in her establishment seldom occurred below that figure. They were to be expected, and they happened. They were to be expected, and they happened. So good of you to come. I've got everything laid out tidily for you to look through. I'm glad you could come so soon, because as a matter of fact, I've already 3 or 4 people waiting for a vacancy to come here. You will understand, I'm sure, and not think I was trying to hurry you in any way. "Oh, no, of course, we quite understand," said Tommy. "It's all still in the room. Miss Fanshawe occupied," Miss Packard explained. Miss Packard opened the door of the room in which they had last seen Aunt Ada. It had that deserted look a room has when the bed is covered with a dust sheet, with the shapes showing beneath it of folded up blankets and neatly arranged pillows. The wardrobe doors stood open, and the clothes it held had been laid on the top of the bed, neatly folded. "What do you usually do? I mean, what do people do mostly with clothes and things like that?" said Tuppence. Miss Packard, as invariably, was competent and helpful. "I can give you the name of 2 or 3 societies that are only too pleased to have things of that kind." She had quite a good fur stole and a good quality coat, but I don't suppose you would have any personal use for them. But perhaps you have charities of your own where you would like to dispose of things. Tuppence shook her head. She had some jewelry, said Miss Packard. I removed that for safekeeping. You'll find it in the right-hand drawer of the dresser table. I put it there just before you were due to arrive. Thank you very much, said Tommy, for the trouble you've taken. Tuppence was staring at a picture over the mantelpiece. It was a small oil painting representing a pale pink house standing adjacent to a canal spanned by a small humpback bridge. There was an empty boat drawn up under the bridge against the bank of the canal. In the distance were two poplar trees. It was a very pleasant little scene, but nevertheless Tommy wondered why Tuppence was staring at it with such earnestness. How funny, murmured Tuppence. Tommy looked at her inquiringly. The things that Tuppence thought funny were, he knew by long experience, not really to be described by such an adjective at all. What do you mean, Tuppence? It is funny. I never noticed that picture when I was here before. But the odd thing is that I've seen that house somewhere, or perhaps it's a house just like that I've seen. I remember it quite well. Funny that I can't remember when and where. I expect you noticed it without really noticing you were noticing, said Tommy, feeling his choice of words was rather clumsy and nearly as painfully repetitive as Tuppence's reiteration of the word funny. Did you notice it, Tommy, when we were here last year? Not last year. Last time? No, but then I didn't look particularly. Oh, y'all. 12 minutes. I can't read anymore, y'all. I'm so sorry. We'll get it little by little. Ugh. And if I would have read earlier today, I was still sleeping. That's when I went to sleep, when I was doing this doggone black do-rag and screwed it up. It is a mess over here. I have this in my lap, do-rag. It's the only crocheted one I've got going. This one, out of that gorgeous yarn. I think it's bamboo pop. And this gorgeous yarn, which I wasn't going to do a do-rag out of this, but I might be able to do it. That is so pretty, I think. And this was in one of the, like a mill-end bag that I got at the Dollar Tree. It was on the plus aisle. No, that's not really long enough. Oh well. Guess I won't work on that then. But it is very pretty. Pretty, pretty. And like I say, it makes me sick. I get so sleepy that I can't work on diddly. Let me let y'all go. Love y'all. Be sweet. Don't be ugly. Bye-bye.